Good morning. It is Tuesday, May 26th, the 47th day of the Omer. I know that even in a week like this, it still feels like Monday, even though we're in this sort of pandemic existence. But when there's a holiday and the week starts, when we go back to work in earnest, it's Tuesday, but it's not really Monday, so it just feels weird. Today's the 47th day of the Omer, and I will not go with a certain pitcher from the Atlanta Braves, and I don't care how good he is, and I don't care if he's in the Hall of Fame, and I don't care that he had 300 wins. I don't care. Instead, I'm going to switch directions, and we're going to go to my favorite address in Miami Beach. One of my favorite addresses, 4747 Collins Avenue. Anybody who is of Hungarian descent will certainly appreciate the landmark building that stands there, the Mimosa, but if you would pronounce it properly, it's Mimosa. And if you haven't been there, it's worth a visit. So a shout out to our friends in the Mimosa and 4747 Collins Avenue. Of course, that means that we're getting very, very close to Shavuos. We will have our Zoom Yisker on Thursday, Erev Yontef, before Shavuos at 6 p.m. We'll send out the information. And of course, the schedule, etc., and the guide is found in the bottom of this email. I'm also pleased to say that the rabbis of the community have met, and our committee and our shul has met, and we're in the process of putting together a plan for reopening our shul in whatever way that's going to look. The target date is June 4th, I can tell you that. There is a letter from the VAD that's going out. It might even be included in this email. We're just waiting for one more item on it. But how that will look, etc., we're going to have a community-wide sort of town hall meeting in which we can all be on the same page. It's important. We're all anxious to get back to shul, but it's important that we all understand how it's going to work, because we can't just, fly in and do whatever we want. We have to have procedures. We have to work with the state, the health officials, the police department, etc. So we want to make sure that we do things in the right way. So you'll get all that information, but again, it's important that everybody knows what's going to happen and how it will look going forward in the immediate future. But thank God there is light at the end of the tunnel, and it's June 4th. We're looking forward to that. Please continue to daven for Refuah Shalema, for Ivan Sobel, Mordechai ben Elka, Robert Folzev ben Rickel, Gittel Basara, and Noah Alice Bat Lilach Esther. The names and Mishaberach prayer are found in the bottom of this email. Please use them every day when you daven, when you study Torah, when you perform mitzvos, and pray for all those who need healing and all those who are hurting during this time. It's very, very much appreciated by the families. I could tell you that very much firsthand. The sponsor today for our Mishna and for our learning Torah study, Nancy and David Waldenberg. We're celebrating Emily's graduation from the Merrill School of Journalism. She got her BA from the University of Maryland. Again, the Maryland School of Journalism. I could tell you that I think if I'm not mistaken, the first time I met Emily a number of years ago was New Year's Day, and it was the inauguration, or I forget what the right term is, but I guess it's inauguration. Here in town, when they have the town council and the mayor, it's always done on New Year's Day. And I was giving the convocation, one or the other. I was giving a bracha for the then mayor, Dr. Michael Reber. How Dr. Michael Reber was the mayor of a town the size of Livingston, that's a whole other conversation for a whole other time. But we are very fortunate because of that. Anyway, I was there, and a nice young woman, she says, "Hello to me, Rabbi," from behind the cameras of LTV, of Livingston Television, from the high school, and it was Emily Waldenberg. And I was like, well, that's really cool that you're involved in journalism. So Emily, mazel tov to you. Congratulations. I know that your entire family is very, very proud of you, and we look forward to hearing great things from you and seeing the great work that you're going to be doing going forward. So when I was thinking about journalism and Mishna and Perek Avos, I'm drawn to actually the longest Mishna in Perek Avos. The longest Mishna is the 6th Mishna, and the reason why it's so long, I once spent an entire summer teaching just this Mishna, is because the Mishna lists, as I mentioned, the chapter is called Kinyan HaTorah, the acquisition of Torah. And the Mishnah lists 48 different ways that the Torah is acquired. Ba'arbayim u'shmona devarim niknes, the Torah is acquired. We don't just get it, but you actually acquire it. It becomes part of you. And the Mishnah lists all 48 things. And in the 48 towards the end, I think which is certainly applicable to anybody who's a good journalist, Shoel u'meshiv, Shomea u'mosif, you have to ask, you have to respond, you have to listen, you have to add, so you have to know how to ask the right questions. You have to know how to listen to an answer. You have to know how, when you report what's being taught, how to do so accurately, and also how to do so with your own flavor, so to say. Hamachkim es rabo mechaven es shmuaso v'haomer davar b'shem omro. And this is what I found very important. One who makes his teacher wiser, one who ponders over what he has learned, and one who repeats something in the name of one who said it. In journalism, of course, there's a certain level of intellectual honesty, of integrity that we expect, and the same comes with teaching Torah. And part of that comes from ha'omer davar b'shem omro. When you say something, when you say a piece of Torah, or when you say a teaching, you have to give it over in the name of the person from where it originated. If you know. A lot of times we don't know, but we try our best, and this is the Gemara Megillah teaches us this based on Mordechai and Esther, because it says that Esther repeated this in the name of Mordechai. And I'll share with you Rabbi Wein's commentary right here. Intellectual honesty is the bedrock of Torah study and values. Plagiarism is a crime, a dishonest act. Therefore, any student of the Talmud is well aware of the lengths, there goes the phone, well aware of the lengths to which it goes in order to attribute the saying under discussion to the correct teacher. Sometimes, however, a saying or a teaching becomes so popular and well known that it enters the public domain. When that happens, it is often attributed to a wide variety of potential authors, or more commonly, no longer attributed to anyone in particular. Such is the price of fame, even of sayings and teachings of great scholars. So, for instance, we hear stories. The other day, I don't remember what day it was, but I told the story about Reb Chaim Soloveitchik and how he thanked his Aleph-based teacher. Now, I've heard that story attributed to a number of great rabbis. Or we have great sayings. Oh, you know who said this, or you know who told the story, or who the story was about. Sometimes things get so popular that we can't find attribution. But most things are not like that. And if you hear a great teaching, if you hear a great vort, or if you hear a reporting of some sort, then you have to say it b'shem omro. You have to report things accurately. And that's part of what has kept us going and understanding tradition, understanding Torah, understanding the chain, the link that we have from Mount Sinai as we prepare to go and receive the Torah on Shavuos. We're talking about accurate portrayal, accurate giving over of the Masorah of the tradition. So, Emily, as you graduate, you enter your new field, we understand that the bedrock of your field is accuracy, is honesty, and it's getting things right. And knowing where you come from your wonderful parents, there's no question in my mind that you're going to get it right every single time, because I know them well, and wonderful people, great members of our shuls for so many years, and we've been through everything from the thick and the thin, and again, we look forward to seeing what the next chapter has to offer for you. So mazel tov to you. Congratulations, Nancy and David. Should have a lot of nachas from all of your children, and God willing, we will celebrate many, many things in the days to come and the years to come, and all of us together, hopefully back in shul very soon. I hope you have a great day. We'll see everyone tomorrow.